It's Jay. Morning time. I got up a little later than usual and just decided to come down to the screening room so I can just hang out here for the entirety of Sunday without losing my credibility, my dignity, or my mind. A couple weeks ago, I watched one of my favorite American movies ever, which would have to classify as a totally underrated masterpiece that nobody gets or understands, and a whole other hell of a lot of people didn't even ever see. It's Romance and Cigarettes, directed by the famous actor John Turturro, who is a genius and a bold individual. His directorial choices have been something else. So I watched that, and one of the things that just really jumped out at me because I don't see him anymore. He's probably dead. I haven't even looked it up yet. Christopher Walken was an actor I really loved when I was a kid. You know, I was like 14 when Pulp Fiction came out, and the whole thing with the watch that had been covertly stored up his bum. I loved that so much. My dad took me to see Pulp Fiction during the opening run and told the cashiers that I was 18. Bless his heart. Uh, Christopher Walken sings Delilah in that movie, and it is unbelievable. Christopher Walken was a musical theater guy before he was a serious Broadway theater guy or a movie actor, and he loved to dance, and he's a great dancer. Doesn't show it off much in the movies, but you see it in Romance and Cigarettes. And I remember watching that thing. No wonder everybody loved this guy and was fascinated by him. He's the most unbelievably idiosyncratic, singular person in the world. There is nothing on screen anywhere ever that's like Christopher Walken. And then so I watched a couple of the films he did with Abel Ferrara this week. Right? I did not watch The King in New York. It's not a very characteristic film from Ferrara, although it's a campy delight. I watched The Addiction and New Rose Hotel, um, and I just can't believe what that guy does on camera. When he was a stage actor, it said of Walken that he would often sort of wink to the audience or play most of the scene with his eyes and body directly to the audience, with his scene partners being like, fuck it, what the fuck is Walken's problem? And there is a big part of that broad to the back row style of performance, but it's so effective the way he does it. So even when he's talking absolute nonsense as a like semi-100-year-old vampire in The Addiction, he's both compelling, self-consciously camp, and playful, extremely playful in the most bizarre and unnerving sort of a way. Um, of course, the big Hollywood scandal that tangentially touches upon Christopher Walken and always makes me wonder is the death of Natalie Wood and his presence on the boat she went off of. There with also her husband, Robert Wagner. There's been speculation over the years that he may have killed his wife that night. And Christopher Walken was on the boat. And he's never said a fucking thing. He's kept mum all these years if he's still alive. That's a crazy one. And then the other one, I remember reading an interview in a magazine with Christopher Walken when I was a teenager. And I remember him saying to the interviewer, I don't like being in these restaurants and cafes and stuff because I can hear everybody's conversations. For some reason, I pick up the frequencies really quick. So I can't help but sit here and listen to what that couple's saying and what those guys are saying. I don't like being here. I found that unbelievable and fascinating as a youngster. Anyway, I might try and brainstorm another Christopher Walken movie to watch from either out of my collection or on the 3 streaming services I use. Anyhow, that's it for this morning. It's probably 11:30 or something. I'm kind of moving slow and a little off kilter today, but that's fine, I got nothing to do. It's Sunday, by God. It is the official day of rest, sanctioned by